kind of a maybe a 1A, 1B kind of division right now in this San Andreas League with Cajon and Colton. I'm wondering, what are your thoughts about that?
Well, I'm not sure who's doing the 1A and the 1B, but you know, we take everybody very seriously in our league. We know that San Gorgonio is going to be an improved football team this year, and we expect the Rialto teams to be very tough also. So it's not a one or a two trick pony here. It's it's tough week in and week out, and we've got to be ready. And our guys need to improve steadily through the preseason and be ready to play when league starts.
Is there one game you're looking forward to most? Maybe one game that's caught your attention?
I mean, honestly, no.
Okay.
Chaparral next Friday night.
Okay.
That's the only game that has my attention.
Okay. Now, good season for you guys last season. You go undefeated in San Antonio League, or San Andreas, excuse me. Go undefeated in San Andreas League. In the playoffs, you lose the game to Colton by 1 point. What was that game like for you guys?
Well, I knew it was going to be a very tough game for us, being that we had beat Colton in a very spirited game for the league championship at their stadium. Everything was so exact for that semifinal game. It was at their stadium. We were the road team. We had already beat them once for the league championship. Granted, it was CIF semifinals, but they had revenge in their mind. They had a lot more things to play with. I was just very pleased how we played to go to a team that had 4 to 5 Division I football players on their team that preseason was touted as going to be in the best around, and I'm very proud of our guys to do what they did and play the way we did, and we think more about the game against Arlington, in which we played spectacularly the week before, and the first round game. So it was tough for us to go back down to that school and play in that stadium again with so much on the line. But it was a very tough game for us to get up for.
Okay. What was it that you guys took away most from that playoff loss?
Well, I mean, we were confident. I mean, we scored 41 points against a team that defensively was at the top of is always at the top of the county every year. They showed it in the next game where they only gave up 7 points to Rancho Verde in the finals. So I mean, it was a very we felt that we moved the ball. I think that really kicked us off into our off season offensively, that we can score points with anybody, and we can move the football, and we can throw the football around, and so I think we took that away from that very well.
Now, what are maybe some projections going into this upcoming season?
Again, I try not to project. I mean, we've got Chaparral in a week, and again, preseason wise, if we can continue to improve and stay away from injuries, I feel our first line guys are as good as anybody. And we've got to keep them healthy, and when we get into league, we've got to be healthy for that league season. And with guys like Monte Casey and Jordan Howard and Trey Casey at running backs, and the 2 inside receivers, Taylor Moore and Monte back, I mean, we feel good about our passing game. We're going to throw the football around, and we just need to make sure the preseason gets us right for what we're going to do.
Now, you speak about DeMonte Casey, obviously a special talent on the field. What is it that you guys think you need to utilize him most? Where is that? I know he works both sides of the ball. Which side do you think he looks more impressive at?
Well, it's the same with every college scouts that's been through here. I think the dilemma will be where do you play him? I mean, he is a natural corner. He has 15 interceptions in his first 2 years, sophomore, junior year. He's a return guy on punts and kickoffs. And last year he really exploded at the inside receiver for us. It was his first year doing that. And my geniusness will be to get him the ball in as many different ways as I can on the offensive side in the return game. We're even working with him a lot at quarterback. Okay. So he's going to be. We need to get him the football.
Okay. Now, I know, speaking of quarterback, you got Edwin Martinez stepping in as a starter for varsity football, coming off playing linebacker, correct?
was a starting linebacker last year. He was our sophomore quarterback as his sophomore year. Obviously, with Thomas Carter at the quarterbacking for us for the last 3 years, there weren't a lot of varsity snaps for him, but he was always in the back of my mind as going to probably be the guy to take over when Thomas left. And he's a super kid, and just will do anything you ask of him. Learns very well, and he's done an outstanding job of running the spread for us in the off season, the summer, and in the 3 weeks we've been here at practicing. So he's doing a very nice job of it. And in fact, I would say that going into the first week, Edwin is ahead of where Thomas was last year.
Okay. Now, speaking on the rest of the league, I know there's been some coaching changes towards Rialto and Arroyo Valley, and Pacific, I believe, has a new head coach. What do you think it's going to take for teams such as those to compete in this league?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know there was a coaching change at Rialto.
It's the second season, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. The new coach at Arroyo Valley, the new coach at Pacific High School. I mean, if you I don't know what the answers are down at those two schools. I know. I don't try to worry about it. We have our own, issues we have to deal with, and we just need to keep our kids on track, getting better every day, using these games to prepare to launch into our SAL, try to defend the crown for the SAL championship and go deep in the playoffs. That's always our goal, and we've been very successful at that for the last few years, and we expect to be right there again.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a very competitive San Andreas League. Do you think there's one team that's sort of a sleeper this year that can, surprise some others?
I think with San Gregonio, Coach Geringer's doing a great job over there, and I think they have some very talented football players. I would call them maybe the sleeper. They were second. It's hard to be a second place team. Had beat Colton in the SAL last year to be a sleeper, but we'll be very concerned, as we are with all of our opponents, when it comes to their week.
Okay. Coach Battin, appreciate it.
Thank you very much.